Hey, what's good, everybody? It's me, your hero, Benjamin Banks, and you are watching Leveling Up with Benjamin Banks. It is Wednesday. This is round 2. We're doing Loki, as that's the new show that we do on Wednesdays, along with Superman and Lois. And joining me, as always, are my co-hosts, Rebellious D and Trav. How you fellas doing today?
Hey, we're going to be doing a lot of shows on Wednesdays because Disney came out and said Wednesday's the new Friday.
I remember seeing that. So we're possibly going to be getting... not Disney, the Marvel What Ifs next. That's the next show coming out, and
I would enjoy that.
Hey, What If Wednesdays happening right here on Leveling Up.
Hey,
no more Freaky Fridays.
Yeah, no more
Freaky Fridays. But yeah, like I said, this is review number 2 for us tonight. Before we get into today's review, though, make sure that you like this video, you subscribe to the channel, and you hit that bell button so that way you're always notified when we have new content here on Leveling Up with Benjamin Banks.
Podcast in the description. Need y'all to check that out on the double. Like, follow, subscribe. Thank you, everybody.
Double dog dare you to check
it
out.
I double dog dare you.
And also, too, I want to do a quick shout out to Jessin King, who supports the channel, and she had commented on my Facebook post about us having over 176 videos here on YouTube, and she said congrats to us, and she wishes us nothing but success. So thank you.
We got that many?
Yeah.
Well, hold on. Rolling.
So is this number 178?
I believe so. No. Because I believe this is 179. Right? Yeah, because I did the reaction video. Yeah.
179.
179. We're almost there. We're almost there to 200, and we're almost at 300 subscribers. So, like I said, make sure that you subscribe to the channel, and like D always says, like, follow, subscribe.
Like, follow, subscribe.
So this is episode 2 of Loki, and it is titled The Variant. And I don't know about you guys, but I enjoyed the episode, but I was just like,
Hey, I love that opening song, though.
Yeah.
That opening song, people was getting taken out in the dark.
It reminded me of the He-Man trailer that we just did a reaction.
Not even just that, they also played it during the Guardians of the Galaxy trailer at E3, bro. It's like now at this point, it's over.
Real? Okay.
So they kind of, it started with Shrek, Trav. That's
but it gave me the very cable guy, at the beginning.
Yeah,
they were at the medieval times.
I just want to know how did they all want to use this song at the same time?
It had to be song. There's no way.
It's like all of the things that I've ever seen it in. Like it was in Saints Row 3, and I remember like the boss. He was just like, "I need a heroic song to play when I'm about to go out here and whoop some ass." And then like
that was years ago. I'm talking about in the last
couple
2
of weeks. Bro, you got to remember Loki's already been filmed.
Yeah.
The only one that wasn't filmed for real was He-Man, and then E3 is it's a live event, so I guess
it was sweet in that He-Man though.
Yeah, it was sweet.
That was absolutely fire.
Yeah, but I mean, this episode, like I said, it was okay.
What do you give it 1 out of 10, Banks? I'm gonna hit you with it.
Dang, this is
that early at the beginning of it. Yeah, I
think I'm gonna ride with IGN on this and give it a 7.
I'm never getting in that car anymore.
I guess I'm trashing you tonight too. I guess I'm trashing you tonight too, because your boy was about to trash IGN about it.
Dang. So you give it a higher rating than a 7?
Hell yeah.
I was just saying, don't get in the car with IGN. That's all I was saying. You can give it a 7.
I don't usually agree with them, but I'll give it a 7. I mean, like it was an okay episode, but
well, Banks, hang on. I want to Trav, what are some of the strong points that you liked about this episode?
I mean, again, bro.
You just like the storytelling? I mean,
dude, Tom Hiddleston and Owen Wilson just got this dynamic about them, bro, that their back and forth is so quick and witty. I love it. The things that Loki's doing, like, the comedy stuff.
Yes.
Where, they go to Pompeii. And he just starts causing this huge scene, letting the goats out.
Yeah, he said they're gonna die anyway.
Exactly. You know what I mean? So they do a lot of that stuff. But IGN had this comment that said they missed the mark on the drama, and I'm like, "What are you talking about, bro?"
IGN crazy. That's why I told you. That's what I'm saying. Give it a 7. Just don't get in the car with IGN.
Yeah, like I think that the whole episode for me was a 7, but no, I don't agree with I don't agree with what they say all the time, because sometimes it's like some of the stuff they be saying is wild. Like when they gave Falcon and Winter Soldier a 5 that I was like, okay. It's like don't crap on my show like that.
Yeah, we can't.
So, to piggyback off of what Trav was saying
about
the comedy stuff, like I loved when Owen Wilson, when Mobius, when he was eating the salad, and then Loki comes up, and then he's just like, okay, this is the times what are they called? Like when they go to the time strands or something like that.
Yeah.
And how if you do this and then you do that, then it won't affect this, because it's like it's already going to be a disaster, and like
it's already written in the stars for you.
And that's what the variant is doing. And now I can't remember if they had touched on this in the first episode, but did they mention that there were other Loki variants in the first episode, or was this only revealed in this episode?
Yeah, no,
I think they did touch on it in the first episode.
Okay.
Yeah. So
that was the whole ending setup.
So who are these other Loki variants?
Well, they said that Loki had tried to skip around time previously, and that's where they went to the collage of Lokis.
When they showed,
they said it has happened time and time again. Yeah, so
okay,
and apparently those are actual comic.
Yeah, renditions
stuff
of Loki
from the comics. Like
that's
this
what
is
I
the
was
real
thinking.
thing. So, and again, I don't really know anything because I'm not a Marvel comic guy. I really just
Thor Loki. I'm not a Thor.
I just get DC.
Guy.
So I don't know any of this Loki lore with, the female version of Loki and all this. I don't know anything about it, and I'm not trying to read up on it neither.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to enjoy the show.
Well, I know they said in the comics that Loki is gender fluid, and because they transform into Loki's original form, and then sometimes they transform into a female. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so, but
kind of like a shapeshifter almost.
Yes, I mean, that's what he is. He's a shapeshifter. So, I just thought it was interesting. Like they showed all these different variants of Loki that they have to try and capture. And we end up finding out that this is the reason why they revealed in this Loki series why he's gender fluid, is because we see that there's a female Loki. And I thought that was interesting. I thought it was interesting how like the female Loki, how she was just taking over people's bodies, so that way nobody knew who she was. And then she finally reveals who she is when they go to Alabama.
Well, you think who she is? Who really knows?
Yeah, I mean that's true too. I mean, well, like they said, like all of the variants are different. You know what I'm saying? I thought go ahead.
I was gonna say, how like in Lucifer, where like he looks like that dude, but sometimes he'll change himself to look like other things. And then he'll go to like his devil form, which is like him with the red face.
Yeah.
But who really knows what he really truly looks like?
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
It's a great point.
Yeah. I mean, overall, I thought it was a really good episode, but
I'm waiting for things to heat up.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm waiting for. And me and D, we had this conversation earlier where we were talking about Falcon and Winter Soldier, for example. It was like every episode, like at the end of it, I was just like, man, I can't wait to watch next week's episode. But for Loki, it really hasn't hit me with that, man, I can't wait to watch next week's episode.
Yeah, I think you're tripping because every episode ends with a cliffhanger. The first one,
it did. I mean, yeah, it does. But I mean, like, it's still like I'm not hyped to watch this show. Like, I enjoy watching it, but I'm not as hyped. Like when WandaVision came out, remember those first 2 episodes? Like they were kind of meh. But then by the time they got to the
four,
by the time they got to the 3rd episode, like that's when things started picking up.
Maybe for you, but not for me.
Yeah, go ahead.
But then when they got to episode 4, that's when people were just like, okay, now the show is starting to get really good. But those first 2 episodes were hard. They were hard to get through, man. And like that's how I kind of feel about with Loki, where it's like they're not hard to get through, but there isn't anything that's making me like, man, I can't wait to watch Loki next week. Compared to like how would we do with Superman and Lois? Like every time I watch Superman and Lois, I'm like, man, I can't wait to watch Superman and Lois next week. But I don't have that feeling for Loki.
I do.
Well, my thing is WandaVision, I thought it was okay because you got subtle hints of what was going on behind the scenes the whole time. And we got episode 1 and 2 together. So I don't think it took that long, to be honest. And once you figure out it's just her making her own reality, I mean, that's straight House of M stuff. basically, in a smaller, much smaller scale. But
I'm
Loki,
just saying episodes 1, 2, and 3 were a thing, and then 4 was just 1, 2, and 3 again. So the first 4 episodes is just one block, and then you finally get the story.
I just don't, because of how it's also taught or shown through multiple points of view is another reason why I don't have a problem with WandaVision, because you got what was in the bubble and what wasn't in the bubble. But here, Loki, I just need more. You know what I'm saying? I can sit and listen to storytelling, but they aren't really doing much for me yet.
Yeah. I also thought it was interesting. I'm sorry, D, to cut you off.
No, you're fine.
How the female Loki, how she had took all of the time resets, kind of how compared like last week on last week's review, how the TVA is kind of like the MIB, where the time resets are like the neuralizer, where they erase everybody's memory. And like now she's created all of these new timelines because of the time reset. So it's going to be interesting to see like what these new timelines have created, because I know I was talking with a friend of the pod, Becca, and we were talking about how there's possibilities that we might see Black Widow again. We might see characters who died in the MCU, and because of these new timelines, these characters are still alive. So it's going to be interesting to see like where this whole multiverse goes from here, because we are getting the Multiverse of Madness movie with Doctor Strange, and this could kind of play a part in it. Who knows?
I don't think so. I think this is its own Loki thing, and there's not going to, at least not in the first season, you're not going to get any cross-referencing the other characters. It's just going to be Loki doing his Loki thing. That's what I think.
Like it.
I think that, like I said I mentioned this last week when we started this, I think this is going to be the exit for Loki. Them moving more towards like the other franchises they have in Marvel. Fantastic Four, X-Men. I think they're trying to close this book and move on to the next book.
Yeah, I don't necessarily agree with that, because I think it's a wrap up. It's already been confirmed there's a season 2, so I mean, I don't really know.
I mean, that's fine, but it doesn't mean that they still aren't closing the page on Loki. It doesn't mean he'll be in another movie.
Yeah, no, I don't think he'll be.
That's what I mean. Like,
I don't think he'll be in movies anymore. Neither.
That's what I'm talking about. Big screen stuff. It's fine to be a TV show and do your own thing, I guess. Especially when you can pull people like Owen Wilson now.
So y'all don't think that we'll see Loki, or he'll even be mentioned in Thor 4?
Mentioned? Sure, it's his brother.
Yeah, but his timelines run out. That's what I'm saying.
His timeline.
I don't think we'll see him physically. Yeah.
Maybe
in a flashback.
Who knows? I mean,
that'd probably be the extent of it, but I don't see why they would do a flashback.
No, I think Marvel's moving on from the old cast.
Yeah, because Love and Thunder is supposed to be, his
Jane farewell.
Yeah. Like I don't think.
Yeah. We'll see, because I know Thor. He's also supposed to be in the Guardians of the Galaxy movie as well. Volume 3, and I know that's Batista said that's going to be his last Guardians movie, and James Gunn said that.
Yeah, I was gonna say James Gunn's already said that's it for that. So
I mean, who knows what's going to happen with the Guardians after this? Like maybe, technically this is supposed to be the last Guardians movie, but I mean, we'll see moving forward, because I feel like with the Guardians, there's still so much ground that you can cover. You know what I'm saying?
The thing with the Guardians is it's one of those things they could keep going for a long time if they really wanted to, because it's basically interchangeable sorts of characters.
You can do that for every character.
Yeah, it's like
there's 50, 60 years of comics here.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like,
I think they're moving on though. They're gonna build new stars.
I like it.
We'll see.
And I like it too. Guardians already got 3 movies and 2 events, and they were in 2 Avengers. We're good.
Yeah, they fought a planet.
On Chris Pratt.
We're good. Yeah.
You don't want to see more Chris Pratt?
It's nothing against Chris Pratt. I'm just saying we're good. We've already just same thing with Iron Man. We're good.
Yeah, exactly.
We've got enough Iron Man.
I don't know about
a lot of other characters we can bring in.
I don't know about y'all, but I am excited to see what they do with X-Men. I'm like, okay, this stuff's cool, but let's keep the bus rolling.
I agree. Now, I don't know about you guys, but again, like I said, with the episode just being all right, it's like, because these episodes are like an hour long, and I feel like kind of how D was saying, where it's like there's kind of like the story isn't moving. I mean, it's moving along fast, but I feel like that there's a lot of air in these episodes. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
I think the thing too, the common denominator between this and WandaVision is they're just two different speeds of what we're used to from Marvel. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't make it a bad show because it's doing more storytelling and action, but that's just what Marvel has given us for a long time now. So
yeah, I agree.
That's why
it's just
better than
something
DC
I noticed.
Yeah, well, first they're only like 42 minutes. They're not an hour.
Woo!
I mean, let's not add an extra 20 minutes to the show here, dude. And then on top of that, I just think you think there's a lot of air because you're not feeling the show like that. You know what I mean? Versus me, I don't think there's any buffer in the show. To me, it's
the opposite of what you thought of Wanda.
Yeah, to me, it's the complete opposite of what I
pretty
felt
much.
like.
Okay. So pretty much, I'm you and you're me in this situation because
I'm
still D.
Because usually Trav, you're trashing stuff.
Right. I'm never you. I give it a 10 out of 10. I really loved it.
I can't help that.
Oh,
I like
easy,
that ain't me.
I can't help that. Hey, I can't help that I like everything, man. I mean,
he's a time variant. Let's get this guy.
He's a time variant.
Turn around, show the people in the crowd what's on the back of that shirt.
Hey, let me go ahead and hit the remote. hey, lights on.
That's right. Hey, take it easy.
You see all the people doing science and working on stuff behind me. You see Immortal behind me. But anyway, let's go ahead and wrap this thing up. Thank you everybody for watching this episode of Loki, the review that we do here, and let us know in the comments how you felt about the episode. Did you like it? Did you hate it? What you're expecting for the rest of the series? D, let them know where they can find you at in social media land.
That's going to be rebellious_D23 at Instagram.com. Trav?
Hey, that's right. You can find me at ZK Audio on the Instagram, over on the Twitter at TRAVIOSZK. And of course, it sounds like Loki needs a hero. Where can Loki get one at?
Hey, I'm trying to find out where I can listen to that song at too, man, because this is the third time I done heard it in the same month. But if he needs a backup hero, you can find me, your hero, Benjamin Banks, at KingBenji_Banks on Twitter and Instagram, and you can find me on Facebook at Benjamin Banks. I should be the first person to pop up. If not, then I need to contact Mr. Zuckerberg. Thank you again for watching this review. Make sure, like I said, hop in the comments, let's talk. And make sure you check out some of our other stuff that we have here on the channel. Keep that pinky up. Stay positive. We'll see you next time on Leveling Up with Benjamin Banks. Peace. Thank you for watching a brand new episode of Leveling Up with Benjamin Banks. Make sure that you hit that like button and you subscribe to our channel. Hit the bell button so that way you're always notified when we have new content on our channel. Make sure you check out our podcast where we release new episodes every Tuesday, and the video of that episode is uploaded on Friday. And you can find new episodes of our podcast on all podcast platforms. Make sure you follow all the Leveling Up with Benjamin Banks social media accounts at Leveling Up Banks on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Also, we have a Patreon. If you're feeling generous and would love to donate to us, it's at Leveling Up Banks. And huge shout out to our patrons. We really appreciate you and thank you for the support. We'll see you next time on Leveling Up with Benjamin Banks.